Hello everyone, and here I am today with another kind of retro review of an action figure that was released around 2017. It's a Vampirella 1/6 scale action figure, and this is the Asian edition. This was produced by Executive Replicas, Dynamite, and Tbleague. And if you're not familiar with Tbleague, they are kind of like a Phison producer, and they do 1/6 scale action figures. So this is the shipper box. So let's take a look at her outer box. So this is the just the cover of the box, and now we see Vampirella, and it's actually a nice magnet flap where you could just like take the entire cover off, and yeah, so it's magnetized on the tabs on the side, and then you can see sort of like a profile of her figure. There's the front, side, and the back side photo. And the seller was nice enough. Shout out to the seller that sold me this on eBay. Also included a comic book. I think this is a Red Sonja Vampirella issue, but I just love the art cover here because it has like the retro 1969 original cover at the background and Vampirella in the foreground, and also a nice Topps card. Peter Bollinger, late 95. So I guess this is like a circa 1995 here. It says it's a retro card. I love that. So thank you so much for including that. That's not normally included with this, by the way, for all of those. So that was just included extra by the seller. And out of the box, she does come with a base, and we'll take a look at that later. But essentially, when with Tbleague, the earlier works, I think it's kind of fairly basic. So we have her head sculpt here. See, this is like the Asian version. So let me see if I could take a focus here. Yeah, it's the Asian version head sculpt. I think they came out with two other versions. The other one is like a limited edition, which kind of looks sideways. And the other version, and I think that's like limited 500 pieces. And I think the artwork at front is also kind of like different. This one, I'm not sure how many, and they had like a Western version as well, like the regular head sculpt. But the Asian version, I'm not sure how many pieces that they made. I think I'm guessing online they were saying like 750 to 1,000 pieces, limited run. But I'm not entirely sure the accuracy of that. And of course, you have the main body of Vampirella. And this is, of course, by Tbleague. At the time, 2017, it wasn't the stainless body, which, of course, now Phison. I'm not actually sure whether Phison and Tbleague are now just like one conglomerate. They might be. But at the time, they were just like experimenting with the stainless steel bodies. And now that seems to be kind of like the standard. This seems to be kind of like the muscular type. Pale body. I'm not sure if the model is like S19 or S22, something like that. But this shape is actually quite very characteristic of Vampirella. So I'm not sure whether this type of body is still being sold. I think the good and the bad thing, of course, is that Phison is always re-releasing different types of body, and so does Tbleague, right? And for the most part, a lot of these are swappable. Like I can see that this boot is like on a ball joint, so you can just like pull the entire boot off. And her spandex, of course, you can just like take off the collar and sort of like swap the bodies. And I guess the weakness with this type of bodies are like essentially they will degrade in time. You can already see some discoloration here and there, and For me, because I have just like like it's because it's a limited run. I think the currency for me is that, oh yeah, I want to get that type of figure. But I think this is something that can also be easily be kit bashable, because you can just I saw on eBay that people were just like selling this spandex, um, online. So you could probably just get like a generic body, put that on, and then put the boots on. Of course, it won't come with the other accessories. For all intentions and purposes, I'm just trying to unbox this because I have like a limited time today. but um, but she does come with like other hands. So we've got 4 sets of hands, and you also have her infamous bracelet, right? Gold painted. And this is the one that they even made like an entire story on this, I think, on Vampirella slash She. You also get a bat, if you want to put her in like that classic pose. And you also get some bracelets. So 2 of them. And it's nicely weathered, actually. You don't see that often. And that's pretty. That's it, pretty much. You just attach the head to the peg, and off you go. And like it's a fairly basic. Oh, I forgot. Did I forget? I think I forgot the skull. If you want her to be on like a sort of like a Hamlet pose. Yeah, that's not swappable, by the way. Like if you wanted to put like a skull instead. Um, so basically it's fairly basic for what you get. And I guess the appeal for this is that it's kind of like rare to have like a figure from 1969 like Vampirella. I think Tbleague or Fison, they came out with recently with like a 112 scale, but it's not like a 1/6 scale like this. But just the same, it has like, I think, the stainless type body and all that. So if you're into like 1/12 scale collecting, that might actually be a good one for you. So let's take a look at the base, because I'm operating with a bit of a limited time here. So let's get to that base. Okay, so surprisingly enough, with the base, it actually comes with a lot more accessories. So it seems like it came also with like the original retro Vampirella costume. This is actually made out of leather, or like fake leather, as opposed to the other one, which was made out of like spandex. So we got more accessories, but it's in the on the base, right? And you also get a what looks like another variant, leather-like material, right? So it's funny because now I got like 3 other extra Vampirella costumes that I could create like kit bash 3 other ones. So honestly, I'm not sure if that is standard. It might be, and because I've seen some other reviews, it might be that the person that I bought this from eBay is also a kit basher, I suspect, and probably also had some extra costumes that he included, because these things doesn't seem standard from the photo that I have. Because the one on the production photo, this is the spandex one, which is included in the figure. I don't think these are. So I guess that's like a happy bonus for me that I've just now discovered, because this is the first time that I'm opening this. And it also includes this. A nice, I think it's just like an artwork, honestly, like a card. But I don't think this is actually, I don't think this is standard. Let me see if I can focus that a little bit. Which is the cover. It's like a Topps special edition. It's like 3D. It's nicely 3D'd. It's gorgeous, but honestly, I'm not sure if this is standard. I think this is just like a bonus that I got from the seller. So thank you. If but this I think comes with it. Yeah, because she does come with a cape, so the cape comes with it. But the other ones, I'm not entirely sure of if this is actually standard. But she does come with a base. It's like a skull base. It's actually quite heavy porcelain. Hold on a second. If I could just, oops, sorry. Yeah, so this is a little bit heavy, probably, you know, and you can see like there's like skulls and stuff like that. But this is a fairly hefty base. I think this is, yeah, it's fragile, says. But basically this is actually this actually constitutes most of the weight. Like the Vampirella box weighs virtually nothing, and yet this base right here is like maybe concrete or something. Not concrete, but like what do you call that? Like cold cast. And this is substantially heavy. Like the entire package is probably around like maybe 5 pounds, with this like easily being like 3.5 pounds. But yeah, I mean that's it. I mean, unfortunately I have like limited time today. So I just wanted to do some unboxing. Partly just to see. Because usually when I get my toys, I try to unbox it and just see what stuff is in there. But I got more than I sort of thought was getting through this seller. So a big thank you to the seller who sold me all this, and included, I think, all of these like bonus stuff. Like it's been a delight. At some point, I think I might take some photos posing Vampirella with some of the other 1/6 scale stuff that I have. But, I think the intention of this is just sort of like a quick unboxing, just to see what I have. And, it's perfect. It's great. It's more than what I've expected. So hope you enjoyed that unboxing, and hope to see you next time.